Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you guys some tips that has helped me get my life somewhat together. I used to be a really lazy student. I Google all the answers, I put off all of my homework, and I just have no motivation to do anything. I would just lay on my bed scrolling or playing games on my laptop. But now I try my best to do every homework as early as possible and actually being productive for once in my life. Also a reminder, these tips also work for other activities such as working out, learning a language or a skill, etc. So let's begin. First, set goals. Are you actually lazy, or are you just tired and motivated? If you're just studying just because you're obligated to, then you won't feel motivated and eventually become bored because there's nothing for you to really aim for. You'll probably think, why am I doing this? Why am I even here? Which was what I felt throughout the pandemic. All I thought was, what's the point of this? Why should I do my schoolwork? We live for something. That's how life works. Because if we don't know what we're living for, why do we even wake up every morning? And that's why we set goals, so we know what we're working for, and this can fuel us to do our best. Also, please don't make your goals vague, such as study more. What do you mean by study more? Elaborate. Make detailed and realistic achievable goals. Some examples may be the top 5 of the class, go to dream college, lose 3 kilograms by December, and more. It can be anything you want to see yourself become one day when you wake up. Again, make sure it's realistic. For example, if you're new to drawing, don't make your goals instantly draw full body character anatomically correct. Instead, start small, break it down to learn how to draw hands, learn how to shape with 3 colors, or something similar so you won't feel overwhelmed and pressured. Because if you haven't reached your goal after a long time because you made difficult expectations of yourself, it makes you feel bad about yourself and unmotivated. So remember, set realistic goals. 2. Set systems for your goals. So you know what your goal is, but you do nothing about it. How will you achieve them? Here I'll cue systems. Set an ideal, easy system that will gradually help you reach your goals. For instance, you want to pass the IELTS test with a high band. Here's how you should set your system. 1. Review listening tests 2 times a week. Read English news articles every morning. Watch movies without subtitles, and so on. Also, make sure it is not too stressful for you to do. Make light systems that you can adjust if something unexpected happens, maybe, or you're busy on a certain day. Another reason to make it light is because you're doing it long term. So set a consistent and easy system that will slowly but surely help you till the end. 3. Know your triggers. A trigger is an activity, action, thing, etc. that causes you to feel or do something. Take procrastination as example. It's triggered because you're overwhelmed by a big task you want to avoid, and you're frustrated, bored, and many other reasons which make you decide to procrastinate. To deal with it, try writing down what's the main reason why you procrastinate, and try finding solutions for it. Like if you're procrastinating because of your phone, find apps to help with that, such as Forest, or if a task is too overwhelming for you to do it, break it into smaller tasks so you know where to start. On the other hand, find things that can trigger your work mode. It can literally be anything. Mine's taking a shower or watching a study vlog. It refreshes my brain and makes me want to do something. If you still don't know your triggers, use the 2-minute rule by David Allen. With this rule, all you'll need to do is say to yourself, okay, I'm just gonna do this for 2 minutes and I'm done. Your brain would be, that sounds easy enough. And then you begin working, and after 2 minutes, there's a low chance you're gonna back out because you're already in work mode and you want to finish your task. The reason this almost always works is because our brains will do it if it thinks it's easy enough. Doing homework for 2 minutes doesn't sound that bad, so your brain is convinced and you decided to do it. If that still doesn't work, pressure yourself to do it. Study with a family member around you so you subconsciously feel like you're being watched and supervised. Have a Zoom meeting with your friends so you'll do your work and you won't feel like such a lazy person compared to your friends because peer pressure. Try recording yourself like I do because it indirectly forces me to study hard and be a good student for the camera. 4. To-do lists are your friends. Okay, like we discussed, procrastination is sometimes caused by not knowing where to start or what to do. and that's why we use to-do lists to help us. All you need is a piece of paper and pen, and less than 5 minutes to write a list of activities you want to do today. One of the reasons I used to frequently procrastinate was not knowing what to do next, so having a to-do list is super helpful. Plus, crossing out a finished task feels rewarding and really satisfying. 5. Take breaks. When you're already feeling energized and too deep in your work mode, you'll definitely feel like you don't need a break or you're able to grind until you finish. However, by not taking breaks after a long time, you'll experience burnout, where you basically cannot function anymore and your mind will go blank whenever you try to do that task. So remember, breaks are really important. Take a nice walk, listen to some music, or drink some tea to calm you down. 6. Don't underappreciate your productivity. Sometimes people undermine their actions. They think they're not good enough. Well, let me tell you that productivity does not always equate to 20 hours of studying a day or finishing a 1,000-page novel in one sitting. To me, being productive means doing something that causes little positive results. You walked for 5 minutes today, productive. You wrote a 1-paragraph story today, productive. You finished all the chores you've been putting off lately, you're productive. You did your 1-page homework today, congrats, you're productive. Even if you're improving something just by 1%, you're productive, and I respect that. Don't be too hard on yourself, even if you're just scrolling on your phone right now. We're not robots that can work endlessly 24/7, and productivity comes in cycles. So don't feel bad if you look at these study tubers live streaming them studying for 10 hours. And it's okay to take rest, especially for the well-being of your mental health, as long as you're not making this an excuse to slack off. 7. Consistency and tracking. As a lazy person, the word consistency still haunts me to this day. I'll always start something strong then never finish it, because I'm never consistent. So first, we must apply the tips we discussed before. Set goals and a system. Done. You know your triggers and workflow now, so you're pretty much prepared, right? Well, you're in the green light to start, but are you ready to commit it? An easy way to stay consistent is to constantly have external motivation around you. Put up mood boards of your dream body if you're working out. Put inspirational quotes that can get your gear moving. It can be anything. And I know there are times where it gets hard and you just feel like giving up already and it sucks. It's easier said than done, but remind yourself why you started and what you're aiming for. Everything takes effort and it's not an easy breeze. You are a strong and hardworking person. Don't let anybody else say otherwise. And consistency doesn't mean doing it every day, but it means you're winning most of the time. A great way to keep track of your consistency is having a tracker. You can do it on paper or digitally. The way is that if you did it today, take the box off. If you don't, it's fine. Some people feel like habit trackers are daunting because they feel pressured to do it and feel guilty if most of their trackers blank. No, it just functions as what it's called, to track your progress. It's there to remind you of your work, not to shove it down your throat. If it's blank, then it's all fine and good. It's just an empty box. It's not going to hurt you. It's just there to tell you how you are doing. Then remember to fill it before you sleep or after you wake up every morning, so you won't forget that you did your work that day. It just takes a few seconds to do it. 8. Make it a routine, not a chore. Another way to keep everything organized and in order effortlessly is to incorporate it to your routine. Don't tell yourself, I should study now. Instead say, I usually study by now. Treat the system you created as a routine, not a chore or task you feel like you must finish. And just like a routine, it's not always 100% accurate every time. There will always be moments where it interrupts your routine for the whole day, and it's not a big deal. It happens. 9. Have fun. Make it fun and enjoyable while you strive for your goals. Decorate your notes, chat with your friends, watch memes, wear whatever you want. Don't take yourself too seriously or it'll end up becoming boring and agitating to you. Learn from the past, enjoy the present, and plan for the future. If you fixate so much in having a good future, you'll end up regretting not having fun back in the day. It's okay to relax and have fun at times. And I think that's how we will end this video. Thank you so much for watching this till the end. I hope these tips are super helpful, and leave some tips you have in the comments down below. Also remember that these are the tips that work for me and it may be different to others. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye!